It's Monday, July 10th, 2023. Let's talk about the news. From the Associated Press, U.S. destroys last of its declared chemical weapons. Rockets containing a nerve agent called sarin, stored at the Bluegrass Army Depot in Kentucky, were destroyed by the U.S. government last week, marking the end of a period in which the U.S. government maintained an arsenal of chemical weapons that, by the end of the Cold War, weighed in at more than 30,000 tons. Chemical weapons have been used by pretty much everyone since World War I, and though they were banned by the Geneva Convention after World War II, many countries continued to stockpile them on a just-in-case basis, including the United States. Folks in the regions where these weapons have been stored have not been fans of having them nearby, worried they might somehow be released into the air or water, and the international community has not been happy about the U.S. waving its finger at, for instance, the Syrian government, which semi-regularly uses such weapons, while simultaneously maintaining stockpiles of the same. From Al Jazeera, Samsung flags 96% drop in profit amid chip oversupply. One of the largest electronics companies in the world by revenue, Samsung, has announced that an ongoing oversupply of microchips on the global market has substantially hurt its operating profits in the second quarter of 2023, dropping it from around $10.8 billion in the second quarter of 2022 to about $458 million this year. That represents Samsung's lowest quarterly profit haul since 2009, and though this drop was predicted by analysts, Samsung's stock still fell on the news. This overall slump in global memory chip-related income started last year and is expected to peak in the third quarter of 2023, though the eventual anticipated rebound may be slow. And from the New York Times, collapse of Dutch government highlights Europe's new migration politics. The Prime Minister of the Netherlands, Mark Rutte, has resigned following significant pushback against a proposed aggressive new policy on refugees that was rejected by his more centrist coalition partners. Among other policies, Rutte's proposal included a 2-year waiting period before the children of officially recognized refugees living in the Netherlands could join their parents in the country. And though his reputation and party have survived quite a few scandals over his 13 years in office, this was apparently too much for the politicians that worked with him as part of the country's governing coalition. This is being seen as one more instance of immigration issues reshaping European politics, as more people flood into the area looking to escape military conflict, intensifying climate-related issues, and ever-worsening economic prospects back home. And as that tide of new arrivals empowers far-right parties and politicians who rally their constituents against the idea of accepting and harboring incoming refugees and immigrants. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com, and you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts at understandery.com.